Who's got my job? What are you doing over there?
This is a good life.
All right, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're not slapping. We are leaving Cascade Celtic Festival 2026 in Leavenworth, Washington. Talk to me, gents.
That was amazing.
All right, let me start again. We came in here and I said we were going to deliver an 8 out of 10. I think we did a 7. I think we got close. What do you guys do?
Did you say a 7?
Yeah. Sevenworth. What'd you get?
Sevenworth? I'm going to say a solid 8.
A solid 8?
Solid 8.
Chad?
I think it was a 9 only because of the technical problems we have with the sound. And it wasn't,
I'm going to say, yeah, and it wasn't anybody's fault.
No, it was
Last night, and it wasn't anybody's fault. It was the gear. Today, we had great gear, and my favorite thing in the world to hear at the end of a show is the sound guys going, love this.
Yeah.
This is what, I mean, and I got Mike's name. I didn't get the other guy's name. There's like 3 or 4 guys in there. It was like a dream prison scene. And he goes, I was trying to push it up. I was trying to get, they said you can't have it too loud. In all seriousness, do we need food?
Yes.
Is there a gas station?
Is Safeway?
No, I don't think so.
Looks open.
No, there's no people in the
car park.
Yeah.
Walking right there.
Let's go in there.
He's probably an employee.
Chad, anyway, this is just, we're doing what they call in porn, we're doing a snapshot. So Mike was the sound guy. Blue Arse Fly never, ever, ever stopped. Never stopped. I mean, ninjas are lethargic beside Mike. Unbelievable. Wouldn't stop. We got such great introductions by the Stout Pounders.
Yep.
Kilmaine Saints came by. They're playing tomorrow night. I mean, what was your friend's name that was playing the Rebel songs outside and the originals? Emmett, what, from Northern Ireland.
Great.
Brilliant
Really great
player.
stuff, yeah.
So much fun to listen to. Again, it's one thing to sit and listen to somebody, do these old songs. Hey, but he had passion behind his playing.
Yeah.
And his singing. It was
totally.
It was very well done.
Yeah.
You tell Emmett we said that. But Stout Pounder's very, very fun.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Turbo going up there after Amber. She was destroying.
She was great, yeah.
She's just so much fun. They're all so much fun to watch. And Mark, not Martin.
Maybe they're open.
That door.
There's employees in there.
It is open.
Maybe. You guys believe me?
Just hold the camera, bro.
Oh.
Can I pull that back?
Do you want to put a marker?
Marker. No, leave it, but I apologize for it.
No.
No, don't.
No, because I was like, that was
We have to stop anyway because we're going inside.
It felt good, but...
Do you want to drive over to the door and I'll see if it's open? I would
serious for this right now?
Yeah, I would walk, but we're on camera. The time is money.
We're really busy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Get in there, dude. Just lay it right there.
This is high quality entertainment right here.
That's a person.
Good part. Just for the record, Turbo was absolutely wrong. We nailed this. This is open. So,
I was wrong.
Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to pause. We're going to run in. We're going to grab something. And then we'll probably be in jail after we...
Okay.
All right. They're all saying, one of the guys called his wife and said, he said, just so fucking cool to end on such a great note. And then they were all pissed off and bummed out because they looked at the schedule and we're not on it tomorrow. They're going, fuck! Why? We just ran into the aforementioned MF Audio.
Yeah.
And they're not actually from Leavenworth, but they are right across the water from Seattle.
Bellevue?
No,
Bremerton?
Yes, Bremerton. Thank you. But that's where they're based out of. But it's Mike's crew, and he was saying, it was just so nice to we ran into them, and it was embarrassing because all I had was like this many condoms, and they're going. I was like, no, so I put it back. So guys sucked. This many, and then they were so. He saw the salad. It's the only thing he saw. And he goes, look at you getting all the healthy stuff. And I go, oh. And then I showed him the chocolate pie. They were so cool. They were like, all right, cool. But just buzzing. Everybody's buzzing. And why is it? We've talked about on this every single time we do a podcast. We talk about how important the sound guys are. Of course, Jay Holland in Omaha, Nebraska, in Utah, Nebraska right now is going, you always talking about that, and he knows how important it is too. We have fun, Jay and I. He knows, and we know, and rock and roll does not go without a good sound guy. End of story. And those guys just cared. Like I was talking about, I knew Mike was part of the sound team, but he just wouldn't stop long enough to, he was like,
I think that's one of the dudes right there.
No. You were saying.
So here we are in Leavenworth, and we're heading back to the hotel. Then we got to go play tomorrow again with Ghost and the Clover, the Ghost and the Clover, until they get it right, and also Stout Panders, just in case. No, seriously, all our prayers were answered. We had good sound guys. We had a great audience.
Yeah,
just an incredible audience. Everybody was so into it. Everybody was so, everybody participated. Dancers singing back and forth. I mean, paying attention to the shit that I was saying. I mean, stunning. So while we're on here, this 3-day world tour, the Pacific Northwest, Turbo did all the work on this and all the connections and all this stuff. But I will say tonight, because of Leavenworth and because of the Cascade Celtic Festival in Leavenworth, Washington, 2026, May 1st, Alice played a blinder.
Yes.
This was just out of this fucking world.
It was great.
Just top drawer. Everything was taken care of.
Yeah.
And, so your friend, she's also the fiddle player in Stout Pound, and she also got up and played with us.
Yeah.
I mean, she is brave. She is talented.
And speaking of Mike, he was on top of it. He put her in our mix, without,
Boom shakalaka.
it was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With marker. This is my favorite. I'm gonna have a heart attack. God. Yes, that's
That was a fucking 10-year-old version of you right there.
It's such a joy to be surrounded by professionals, surrounded by people that love what they fucking do, and to get into a situation like, drive into a town like this, it looks like fucking Sound of Music. It looks like we're in the Alps. I mean, I couldn't even help myself. I was sound checking with the Sound of Music, singing the Sound of Music for sound check. But it was just such a fucking joy to be here among people that value rock, they value Irish, they value traditional, they value folk, everything. We've been welcomed. This has been one of the amazing. Everybody asking us to come back. Everybody asking us to come to their town. Everybody asking. I mean, a joy, as you can tell by the fucking level of.
It was like you're saying, like everybody came up and said, "What? You're not here? When's your set tomorrow?" No, we're not
Everybody.
here. What? No.
Everybody. Yeah, even Alice, and she booked us.
And Sarah. So, by the way, Sarah,
fucking well done, Chad. Yes.
Yeah.
She sold all of our shit tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, she was amazing. So she's the wife of the singer, the Stout Pounders. Darren, and let's get into that. I mean, she was already jumping all over the place when the Stout Pounders were playing, and she had her hands full selling their stuff. And then she took our stuff as well, and she sold a ton of stuff. So merch made, and you're on notice. This was incredible. This was just one of those days where everything just aligned. It was.
And Sarah said she also said, so what you're playing, what time is your set tomorrow? It's like, no, we're not here tomorrow. It's like, oh no. So that's why, because she pointed to our friends, the Damie sisters from Seattle who came, who were up at the front of the stage and getting people to dance and stuff.
Yeah.
She said, oh, that's why they're not going to be here tomorrow. I was like, yeah, sorry. Because she loved the fact that they were young people there, getting the audience riled up.
I love the fact that there was young people there.
Yeah. Well, she said that the vibe has kind of changed there over the years after COVID, because people just kind of mellowed out after COVID. Yeah. And so it's now they're, hoping to kind of fire it back up again. And having the kids there helps a lot.
Yeah. So we're going to add on to this. This will probably be episode 377. We're going to add this into our Slapper. We just had to capture this tonight because, last night was brilliant too. We had a great time in Bend at Silver Moon Brewery, and they were so hospitable and everything was wonderful. And Ghost and Clover, great. And we'll be playing again with them tomorrow. But we had to jump in tonight because it was one of those things, and it could have gone either way. It was one of those things where it was indoors and it's gorgeous outside. And you're kind of like, is anybody going to stay in? You know, because there's music outside. Emmett was outside.
Yep.
Great music. And it's gorgeous. You're surrounded by fucking nature in its most perfect form. And the temperature could not have been. Every time the breeze went, you're like, oh, I like that. You know? In Houston, you're always like, get the fuck out, get that off me. You know, help, you know. Over here, the fucking breeze is going, you're like, oh, I like that. So here we go again. Knock this thing in the head. We have had a fucking blast in Leavenworth. This has been a day to remember. And Sarah, Stout Pounders, Kilmaine Saints are here tomorrow. Of course, we didn't get to see them, but we saw some great bands. We met some great people, and Alice and all the crew, all the volunteers, all the vendors, everything, out of this world. And and Turbo for doing all the hard work and, you know, getting us here. But that's Turbo. That's Turbo. I'm Turbo. We'll see you all soon.
Hey.
I think we're rolling. Ansel Adams says we're going. Hello, Slapperheads.
What's up?
Lovers, gentle lovers. This is episode 377.
Yes.
Very good. We are in the beautiful state of Washington. And we're just leaving the Cascade Celtic Festival. We're en route to Portland, Oregon to play tonight with our friends, the Ghosts in the Clover. And we are, what is it, 76 degrees, clear air, mountains, trees, beautiful, beautiful scenery. Very, very excited to play Portland tonight. And then tomorrow we fly out and we go back to sunny old Houston. This is Turbo, man behind the camera, as always. Chad Richard Smallwood. And he sells fruit. Or is it St. Glasgow? Fruit? Man, just a lovely weekend. Made some great friends. Kevin, as they call him up here. Reacquainted with some old friends. And have to say I approve. Chad?
Yeah, also, I also approve.
All right, that's high praise coming from you, because we know you hate everybody.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. We played after a band called the Stout Pounders last night, and Mark, their guitar player, graciously loaned me. We played our last song, and I broke a string, and because we flew, we've got no backup gear. And Mark, wonderful guitar player, by the way. I'm not just saying that because he loaned me his guitar, but just what I mean. You've got to be of a certain size heart, and let's just say beach balls, to loan me your guitar, because I was as slick as grass or a goose. I mean, just soaking wet, nasty, and I was allowed to put on his guitar and play it. Very, very gracious.
Yeah.
And just wonderful player, great gear, which kind of segues into our topic today. Because this is SlapperCast, and this is the number
one podcast in the multiverse.
Very good. Number one rock and roll
podcast.
podcast. Very bite your tongue. Yes. We don't want to be the number one podcast in the world. We're completely content merely being the number one rock and roll podcast in the multiverse. That's all we ever wanted. And here we are.
Does it feel different when you have someone's guitar like that? Like, you put it on, or because you have so many guitars, so I'm like, is it like, oh my god, or is it?
Yeah. It's never. Every guitar is different. You know, I get shit because I have so many, and they're like, well, why do you need that? Well, why do you have so many pairs of shoes? It's every guitar does something different. And his guitar, lucky for me, was extremely easy to play, because those three chords that I play are really difficult. All my strings are tuned to A flat, every one of them. So that's why that's why I'm stuck where I am, ability wise. But he loaned me his guitar. We played 3 or 4 songs for an encore. Crowd could not have been nicer.
Yeah.
More enthusiastic.
I thought it was great. We've been singing Mike's praises already, the head sound guy. And, but he came up after we walked off because he broke the string. And so all right, we walked off like that was the end of that became the end of the show.
Last note of the last song.
Yeah, there we go. And we just put our instruments down and walked off like, thank you.
And then Mike for an encore.
And Mike comes running back. Is that it? you guys got to keep going, man. That was great.
You gotta play more.
I don't have a spare string. Like, oh shit. And then Mark just appeared right then. It was really cool.
And he goes, unless he wants to loan you his.
Yeah.
And he hadn't even finished the sentence. And Mark was opening the case and handing it, which I have to say too, we had overheard that his name was Martin.
Yeah, both Patrick and I misheard it.
And had been calling him Martin from the stage so anyway, apologies to Mark, or Markin. We're so grateful to you for being so gracious. After, calling you Martin all night, he's like, what the fuck is Martin? So Turbo was saying, is it different playing somebody's, yes. Is it different playing somebody's drums, bass?
Absolutely.
Skin flute, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, every time. So my question was, and is, have you played with another band? And going back to when we used to use amps and all kinds of gear, did you ever play with a band, or can you remember a band that you played with that you coveted their gear, their, and it's okay. Can you think of any times like that?
I have a couple stories.
Well, go for it.
Originally, the first thing I always think of when you talk about coveted, because I've used this word so many times in relation to this, when I was in the Change, and we played often, we would share the stage with a band called Toho Ehio. The guitarist was a guy named Ruben Dominguez, who is now one of the anchors on Fox 26 in Houston. But anyway, Ruben was a great guitar player, and he had a Roland JC, Roland Jazz Chorus, which was one of the most, that was such an 80s amp. And I wanted that amp so bad, but they were expensive. And I can't remember how much they cost, but it was something, this money that I would just never be able to afford back then. So that's the one thing I think of. And the story I told last night about with bass, and this wasn't another band, but it was backline that we used at the Houston International Festival. They had backline at these places, and this is where, I think we were in the back of City Hall. They had this TC Electronic stack. It was like a stack of 210s and a head on top. I'd never seen this gear before. It looked like a Radio Shack, like a toy. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it wound up being one of the best sounding amps I've ever used. And so I did covet that rig for a long time. Also very expensive, but I was never owned it. Of course, now we don't use amps at all. But those are the two things that come to mind. Most of my other amps I've had, I've been very happy with the amps that I used in the past. For most of them, love my JC. I love my jazz bass. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Oh, there you go. I remember that TC Electronic. What Chad's talking about when he says 210s, these are 2 10-inch speakers, on top of each other, and it essentially looked like somebody had taken two school bags and put them on top of each other. They were just tiny little things. They were very unassuming, and they didn't look, when you go from an Ampeg, these huge, monstrous, again, a Black Sabbath looking and sounding rig, to this little Barbie and Ken looking thing, it's very unassuming, and it's very, you just doesn't look like you're going to get anything out of it. And it made some great, it had some great power, some great tone. And, I remember remarking on it immediately, playing through that. One of my moments like that was a Marshall, it was an 800, JCM 800. And it was, I forget where the festival was, but I just remember plugging it in and going, I'm never going to let this go. I'm never going to take this away. I'm just going to take this with me. I'm just, whatever it is, whatever fine, whatever I have to pay, I'm taking it. And, it's just brutal. It's just exactly what I like. Hard, just hard tone, but warm, nice breakup and nice, and then, the rig that I have now is this big. That's it. And it's just, it's got that amp in it. Yes, I know the purists out there will say it's not the same, I don't care. I don't care. Nobody in that place last night, nobody in Bend, Oregon, nobody in Houston or in any place, and when we take it to Ireland, nobody ever says, hey, what's that non-amp you're playing?
Right.
It's always the same thing. It's like,
Yeah, how are you three making that sound?
That's what we said last night.
Yeah. How is it? How are you doing that?
Yeah. And I said, ZZ Top, Rush, Motorhead.
Of all the before pedals, of all the different amps you used, which is the one you think was your favorite?
The most versatile was the Diamond amp. As noisy and as loud and as thing, that was, and again, I had it modded like 3 or 4 different times. A friend of mine whose band, I think the band's defunct, but they Is Defunct, is that a name of a band? That should be a name of a band.
Probably is.
But he had his band had the second best name in rock and roll, which was Frankenchrist.
Yes.
And I just love that name. The number one rock and roll name of all time, do you know who it is? I've only
Grateful
mentioned.
Dead?
What?
Grateful Dead?
That's awful.
Oh, that's a great name.
That's a terrible name. No, the best name in rock and roll ever. Do you know it?
Motorhead.
Not even close. The best name in rock and roll is Goat Whore.
Oh, Goat
Goat
Dang
Whore.
it,
Always, yeah. Always.
got that.
It can't be topped. Goat Whore.
I went too serious.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, he said it. So I was like,
Yeah.
is he trying to get me in one here? I was trying to anticipate the
I get it. Of course, I'm being completely... But yes, I would take that name in a second. In a second. Goat Whore? Yes.
Shiny finger.
Oh, I like that too. I like that one too. And then as far as guitars go, so I've taken, on this trip, I've taken the Fender Strat that was given to me by the beloved, the daily missed, hourly missed, the always missed, Mr. Davy Bryan, gave me that guitar. His beautiful widow, Carol, gave me that guitar. She showed up at a show in Florida and handed me the guitar, and I nearly wept.
Yeah.
Because not only, that's my, dear friend, our brother, but for him to leave me that guitar, I mean, even now I'm just sweating just thinking about it. So anyway, I play it at home all the time, but my Les Paul has been kind of messing up. Just kind of need to do a little work on it, and I took it on this trip, and I love it. I love it dearly. It's one of those guitars that will never leave.
Yeah.
Like my Les Paul. They're the two that are safe. All the other ones, not so much. I took that with me just for for a little different tone, for a little different style. And like I say, it is kind of like as corny as it sounds, it's kind of like bringing your friend with you. Bringing your that guitar is always Davey to me.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And if I can get to 1% of what he could play on that guitar, if I ever make it to 1% of his ability on that guitar, I will be very, very happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
Turbo.
I'm going to say the most memorable is going to be when I was a teenager. We used to practice in this storage unit, and we shared it with another local band called Gut Fiddle. And they were guys that were like a couple years older than me, and they were probably the most popular kind of punk rock band in town. But Sam Savage had this green drum set, and I've been over here racking my brain. I think it was a Mapex, if I remember right.
Mapex.
I can't remember, so if I'm wrong on that, but he just put his kid in the storage unit and was like, you can use it. And oh man, it was like, I go, this thing just sounds so good. It was so fat, so big, so just thumped, that every time we would play a show and I'd have my little, $200 thrift shop drum set that I could afford, I was just like, I wanted to take his to the shows.
Yeah.
But I just always like, man, I want a drum set that sounds like that. So I'm gonna say that's my number one. So he had that green kid. He was like, just use it, and it just, oh man, that thing was awesome.
Of all the drum kits that you have owned, what's your favorite?
I do like the tour series of the SJC kit. That's the black one that I have,
I like that kit too.
But probably my most beloved kit is going to be my whitewash DW kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing just... I've had that thing for so long.
Is that in the studio now? In your studio?
It's at home. Yeah, I just have it.
Yeah.
They're in the cases.
Oh, okay.
It's retired.
Should bring it out sometime.
Yeah. That thing is just... That kick drum just... It's even cracked. It's still just... It just thumps. It sounds so good. You don't have to modify it. That's the thing is I don't like kits where you have to really modify them so much to get the sound that you want. They're so different.
Yeah.
They're all so different. The Tour Series kit, what I like about it is it's naturally loud. You don't have to pound on them.
Yeah.
And, but they're a bigger sound. I like a fuller drum sound. I want that thump. I don't like big resonant heads and where it rings and bleeds into, into the fill. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
even if maybe that's a better sound, I just can't stand it. It's like, take it out of my ears. I just don't like it.
I really love, obviously I still have the amp egg, and I'm always going to love that amp. But it was really only the first couple years I had it that it sounded the best with the original tubes it came with. It never really sounded, after I had it retubed, it never really sounded the same. But I would always keep going back to my Harkey, and I had, since the very early days of the band, I was using a Harkey 3500, which is sort of their flagship model. And that's where it was really, with that rig is where I kind of established what my tone was going to be. And you kind of helped me, I think, in the beginning, doing the scooped out mids, you know, where there was a big, you know, it was sort of like a camel. You look at the shape of the EQ, it was like a 10-band EQ. That high, you know, bump on the lows, down in the mids, and then up on the highs, and down, like the very last high band would be down a little bit. That for me was perfect, especially with the jazz bass. Once I had that thing, I had this little GK 410 that I had for the longest time, and that to me, that was in my mind, the definitive tone. I don't know if I ever had a tone that was better than that. And the Ampeg was good, but the Ampeg, even the Ampeg would frustrate you sometimes because it didn't have built-in compression like the Harkey did. And the Harkey had that little tube driven preamp, which is one of the reasons why it sounded so good. And I do miss that thing. And I've heard some videos recently back during those days when I was using that rig, and I was like, man, I got to get back to that tone, because I've kind of lost it. Now I've gotten stuck down rabbit holes trying to emulate the Ampeg with these pedals, but I think I need to actually see if I can get that Harkey tone again.
They're probably selling the pedal now.
Yeah.
Everything is in a box. Speaking of in a box, we're heading to Portland now, and going to really look forward to now that we know that you've never played with Ghost and Clover before, right?
No.
So that was our first time, and very impressed. The other joy of playing these festivals is you get to meet these wonderful band members, you get to see what they do, and you get to see why they're popular. And we have been enlightened in that regard. I mean, these bands are not only personable, not only generous as you know, we've just recounted, but these guys know what they're doing. All these bands they all do the Irish tour. They all respect their friends, their fans, you know, the people that are there. They take care of the festival grounds, which is paramount, you know, because not only do we want to come back, we want the festival, you know, not just to be there next year. We want the festival to do extremely well. We want it to break records. We want to add to that. We want to build that. We want your festival to be the biggest festival that there is. End of story. And these guys are all in the same, everybody's got the same, we're all running at it, you know, with the same head of steam. Everybody's in that. And to get around those groups with the same goal, you know, every, you know, heading for the same level of success. It's just, it's magical. Who's got my job? Who the fuck is doing, what are you doing over there?
I'm just,
the fuck is this?
Bro, this is a good life. It's powerful.
All right. Let's pull over. This is bullshit. Let's, so anything you want to say, Cascade?
Alice, thank you so much. And, we'll see you again.
Excellent. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Good night, you all. Thank you for tuning in. We love having you here at SlapperCast, the #1 rock and roll podcast in the multiverse. Yes, we'll see you all soon. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for telling your friends about us. Let's see you at a rock and roll show very soon. Cheers.
Cheers.